Right now, I'm going to hand over to Dan Haley, who's going to introduce the technical committee.
Thanks very much, Andy, and it's glad to see everybody here. We've got quite a lot of participants joined us from all over the world. So it's really great that we can host this workshop and we've all decided to attend. So I guess the first question that I sometimes get asked is, what is the AtomProbe Technical Committee and who are you guys? So to me, that's an interesting question. So we really initially started a bit of a while ago, and we started the last APT&M meeting, and there was some questions about software and how we can try and support research within the community. So the people who formed that committee were myself, and we've got 8 members from around the world. We've got people from Sydney, from Germany, we've got people in the US, France, we've got people from industry. And we're in it for 4 years each, and we're trying to basically work out how we can support the activities that are underway in research throughout the world at different labs to try and find a sort of common way to join what we're doing. So we were initially appointed. We had basically a support letter where over 30 labs from around the world, or around 30 labs from around the world, supported our action of trying to form a committee to support this effort. So we were initially, as I say, appointed, but we're elected within the APT&M meetings, and our positions are 2 + 2 year positions. And we meet sort of every 3 months to discuss sort of activities within the community and how we're going to go around supporting this. So, I mean, our goal of our committee is to try and provide guidance to the community. We're not a research group. We're just trying to see what commonalities are coming out and how we can try and help researchers with their work. So we really operate under theme according to our charter, and our current theme is the enabling and enhancing a computational analysis of AtomProbe data. So our aim is to try and, in this theme, is to try and improve computational analysis, interoperability between labs, and primarily reproducibility. We report to the IFA steering committee, who are the people who set that theme. And so what we're trying to do is avoid the situation where, you know, someone says, okay, we've got to do something, we've got to create new standards, we've got to create new ways of doing things, and oh, look, now there's 15 competing standards. No, we're a cross-community effort that is drawing from around the world, that is really trying to centralize what we're doing and support that. How and what do we do this? So we have regular virtual meetings, and there's a public email list that you can see the link there for. So all the activities that we undertake, or almost all the activities that we undertake, are publicly available and are conducted publicly. So anyone can join this meeting and you can review what we've done. You know, we often will say we'll take comments, suggestions, requests, either in person from your local TC representative if you have one, or we can discuss them by email, and we can bring these questions from the community up at the meetings. So as I say, we're trying to provide common research frameworks, documentation, and infrastructure for researchers. And we really achieve this through a couple of key tools: standards, reference implementations, and documentation. So we're trying to provide sort of baseline levels that people should be trying to achieve in terms of standardization, in terms of how you present research, things like this. So these are the kinds of things we're covering. So the last thing that I should mention is FAIR. And this is really at the heart of what the TC is trying to do. It's trying to be improving findability, accessibility, interoperability, and reusability, which forms the sort of 4 cornerstones of the FAIR initiative. So what is FAIR? It's a shift to try and move from closed data and research towards more open and network scholarship. And this is something that, if you're a junior researcher, this is going to be very important throughout your career as more and more countries start to mandate this. So if you're in the EU, if you're in the UK, if you're in the US, under certain funding schemes, you'll find that this has actually started to be mandated. So what it means is that some of your scholarly publications have to now be open access. Your data also needs to be findable and reusable. So the FAIR initiative is to try and improve open research outcomes, to try and share primary data, try and share things, maybe even samples that you might be having, and provide this to the community. And so there's really a big question about how does one actually do this? I think the only way we can achieve this is to come together as a community and decide what is the method by which we're going to do that. And the technical committee is at the corner of trying to answer the technical questions of how do we go about